Hello. Right, I'm going to do a little lesson today about the types of sentences. It's stuff, again, revision that you know, simple, compound and complex sentences and all the different sorts of sentences. So I'm just going to go back over stuff that you know as a reminder of simple, compound and complex sentences. So we look at, first of all, the structures. And thinking about a simple sentence to begin with, a simple sentence, the clue's in the name, it's very simple. It contains usually a subject, an object and a verb. It can just contain a subject and a verb, but subject, object and verb. So one idea in it, it's something about one thing, self-contained in a simple sentence. So an example there, he handed in his homework. You've got the subject, which is he, the verb, the doing word, handed, and he handed in his object, which is homework. A very simple sentence, very functional, very good to use when you're writing because it tells things as they are very clearly. It can be used quite effectively in instructions and things like that. But if you do a longer extended piece of writing, it can be a little bit too simple to use all simple sentences, which is why we look at the different types of sentence. So when you do a whole piece of writing just with simple sentences, it doesn't look quite so sophisticated. It can seem a bit childish. So what you want to do is to be able to vary your sentence use, so you'll have some simple and some of the others. So for the simple sentence, very simple, one idea sentence. And something that I've probably shown you before, I did think of writing a different passage, but I thought, well, this works, this is accurate, so this is probably as effective. So simple sentences, story of my life. My alarm went off at 6:30. I got up. I went downstairs. I made a cup of tea. I made some porridge. I cleaned my teeth. I got into the car. I came to work. All very simple sentences, one idea in each one of them, but it does sound a bit jerky, a bit slow, a bit sort of childish if you write a whole piece like that. And again, as I said, that's why we're going to be looking at the different types. That's why we want to include as many as we can. So our next idea is compound sentences, where we link a couple of simple sentences together using the glue of a conjunction, that word which links the two ideas together. Both of the ideas in the compound sentence are equal, they're equally important. We have common conjunctions or linking words, and they are things like and or but, so those sorts of words. Both parts of the sentence have to make sense on their own in a compound sentence. So if you took away the and or the but or the so or anything like that, the sentences would still stand on their own as simple sentences. So you've got an example of a compound sentence there. He handed in his homework, but he had forgotten the last page. But is the conjunction, and there's two ideas in there, two simple sentences. He handed in his homework would stand on its own, and he had forgotten the last page would stand on its own. So you could have two simple sentences or one compound one to make it a little bit more grown up. He handed in his homework, but he had forgotten the last page. A compound sentence.